All right. So you're running your business, you've got Acumatica humming along, everything seems to be fine.
Right.
But are things really as efficient as they could be? That's what we're diving into today. It might seem like a small detail,
Mm-hmm.
but understanding data types in Acumatica can make a world of difference.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully, we've got an expert here to break it all down. We've got insights from Farhana, senior software engineer over at Tiana, and she knows
Yeah,
Acumatica inside and out.
absolutely. It's a fascinating area
Uh,
and,
uh,
and often overlooked. A lot of users don't realize how much these data types really impact their systems.
yeah, you can end up with errors, slowdowns, all sorts of headaches if things aren't set up right.
Exactly. And that's what we want to help people avoid.
Absolutely.
Huh.
So let's start with the basics. What are data types,
Hmm.
and why should we care about them in Acumatica?
Well, simply put, data types define what kind of information each field in your system can hold. Think of it like containers in your kitchen.
Okay, I like that.
You wouldn't store flour in a water bottle, would you?
No, definitely not. Chaos in the kitchen.
Exactly. Data types are all about making sure the right information goes in the right place. And when you get that right in Acumatica, things run much smoother.
So what are some of the most common data types we'll encounter in Acumatica? I mean, what kind of containers are we talking about here?
Well, you'll see strings all the time. These are for text customer names, product descriptions, addresses, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Then we have numbers, which can be integers, so like whole numbers for quantities or decimals for, prices and those more precise values.
Makes sense.
We also have Booleans. Those represent those true or false situations, like whether an order is confirmed or if a product is active.
Right, simple yes or no.
Exactly. And of course, dates are important for all sorts of timestamps. Think order dates, payment dates, delivery dates. And then there are unique identifiers. These are a bit more technical, but they basically ensure that each record, like a customer or a transaction, has its own distinct ID so you don't get any duplicates or mix-ups.
That makes a lot of sense. But Farhana also mentioned these things called data attributes. PXDB string, PXDB ain't. What are those all about?
Ah, yes, those are important too. Think of those like labels on those containers we were talking about.
Okay.
They tell Acumatica specifically how to handle the data. So PXDB string says, hey, this field is for text, while PXDB ain't indicates it should be a whole number.
So it's like a double check.
Exactly. They prevent you from putting the wrong type of data in a field. Imagine trying to type text into a field designed for a number.
Oh, that would mess things up.
It certainly would. Calculations would go haywire, reports could be inaccurate, all sorts of problems. These attributes are like safety nets, ensuring data integrity.
So Acumatica is kind of looking out for us, even if we don't always realize it.
That's a great way to put it. It's all about preventing those mistakes that can really disrupt your business.
This has been incredibly eye-opening. Honestly, I hadn't realized just how much these seemingly small details could impact the whole system.
It's easy to overlook, but it's fundamental.
Big thanks to Farhana for sharing her expertise with us. And for our listeners, if you want to make sure your Acumatica implementation is running as smoothly as possible, reach out to Tiana. They can help you get everything set up right and avoid those potential pitfalls.
They're the experts.
They are. And on that note, here's a thought for you to consider as you go about your day. How can you use this new understanding of data types to make your Acumatica system even more efficient? Because, as we've learned, even small tweaks can make a big difference.
Absolutely. Efficiency is key.